Am I the only one who sees the Ant-Man series like, it's like a sitcom, you know? Obviously a lot of the Marvel movies have comedy, but this one is like, yeah, the Avengers have their quips, Guardians have their really weird innuendos, Thor had that indie deadpan thing going on, but Ant-Man feels like it needs a laugh track.
So you save money on my desk?
Guys!
Hope, please. We need to focus, all right? We gotta find that lab already. Jeez.
I don't know, it just feels like an SNL sketch to me. Either way, what better way to follow up the ginormous event that was freaking Infinity War with the smallest superhero out there known as Ant-Man. I wasn't the biggest fan of the first one, alright? Like, I didn't hate it, but it was one of those movies where I felt like someone was trying to imitate somebody else's style after the, wait. I think this one is a fun rent. If you order a pizza with the fam, you know, you can enjoy it off a Redbox. I wouldn't blame you if you even gave it a junior price, but, you know, if Marvel was an anime, let's not kid ourselves, this would be the filler portion of it. Until you get to the end credits.
But it's incredibly important!
Let me explain. So in the first, if you don't remember, which, shoot, I needed a LME for LME, you had Scott Lang, who was this kind thief who, as soon as he got out of jail, jacked the Ant-Man suit from the old Ant-Man, and then he became Ant-Man, because that's what Doug Man wanted. Problem is that he jacks it again in Civil War to go fight there, and he gets locked up, and then he gets put under house arrest, and these two won't talk to him because of that. Until they kidnap him. Obviously, this one has the Wasp in it since, you know, she's in the title, and you know she's going to be a strong female lead because she's working the bop. And every strong female lead rocks the bop.
Yes, I'm sure your gratitude is quite inexpressible.
Main goal in this one is to get into the quantum realm, which, you know, again, there's like 616 realms that Marvel has all over the world, but the thing is, Gecko's wife has been in there for the past 30-ish years, and since Lang has a connection with this realm, he can also, like, Jean Grey with Michelle Pfeiffer, so they're trying to use him like the way Zap to locate her in this other dimension. Of course, you then have the bad guys who come into play, right? There's Moonlight from Django, who, you know, this man's always gonna play the bad guy, but his character is interesting because he used to sell things to S.H.I.E.L.D., but then, you know, they broke up after Hydra, and then Hydra broke up after S.H.I.E.L.D., so he's just trying to, like, make ends meet, and he's trying to get Pim's tech in order to become rich. Agent Jim over here and his posse of FBI agents spend the entire movie not leaving your boy Lang alone. Like, they're following him all over the place, you know, they're treating him like Ferris Bueller if Ferris Bueller was under house arrest, and that chick from Ready Player One who had the bop, plays a woman who lost her parents during one of those quantum experiments when she was little, and now she's pretty much like Danny Phantom and can't control it, and she's got Morpheus trying to help her out. But what I've never understood with this trope is, how is it that she can't pick up something with her hands because it just goes through it? But I got her sitting upright on a bed. None of them are really bad guys. I mean, even the bad guys from the first movie, which, you know, they were all thieves, those buddies, they come back. Like the dude who is the creepo from The Dark Knight, T.I. acting worse than he did as the People versus Ye. And Michael Peña, who, you know, I wasn't the biggest fan of him in the first one. I like how he told his stories, but I do think he's funnier in this movie, right? It's funny that they did that whole truth serum scene, considering, you know, they can't get the lasso of truth because it's DC's. But they got my man running a security business that gets broken into. He's like the one Mexican in the MCU, so I guess viva la raza. Ant-Man then pulls a Cody Banks on the streets, Kevin the Minion as he gets super big in order to save the day, and eventually they do get Michelle Pfeiffer back from the quantum realm, and she appears with like these superpowers to heal people, all of this knowledge, but somehow, I mean, she aged in this place, because, well, it would have been weird for Michael to kiss a 20-year-old. Now, none of that really matters, though, since, you know, in the post-credits scene, they test sending Ant-Man into the quantum realm again. But as you know, Thanos is over in Wakanda, he snaps his fingers, and then boom, none of them feel so good, and they leave Lang to hang. But if you click this video, then you know you want to get into them juicy spoilers, and if you've been a fan of Let Me Explain, then you would already know we've been covering this for a bit. Cause if Ant-Man is in the quantum realm, then somehow he's gonna find a portal, or ride one of those weird looking things like Crush on the East Australian Current, and end up in the first Avengers movie with an older Tony Stark in order to help fix the events and cure all of those who didn't feel so good. And it's gonna be Triumph Ant. Thank you guys for checking out this video. I'm curious to know your thoughts about this movie. Like I said, I think it was fun, right? It's filler, in my opinion. It's a rest easy after the really big events that happened. But, you know, I wasn't the biggest fan of the first one because of the same reason I didn't like Solo, where you kind of stripped a director who, like, bro, oh, an Edgar Wright Marvel movie would have been insane, but they didn't give it to him, which is weird because they're giving Marvel movies to a bunch of crazier people now, like Taika, who I love. I just wish that they would have given it to him. This movie's still okay. I do think it feels more like a sitcom though, but I enjoyed it. I give it a positive run tip, and I'm curious to know your thoughts down below. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe because
it's incredibly important.